And the first item on the agenda is a public safety announcement from, oh, Sergeant Santolo. Are you available to give us the update?
Hi, y'all. I'm here. Tommy Domenico is going to start. He's here also.
Okay.
Hi, Happy New Year, everybody. Can you hear me out there?
Yes, we can hear
All
you.
right. Very good. All right, just want to give a couple of things. On, I just went back until December 30th of some of the incidents. There weren't much going on. On the 15th of January, just a couple of nights ago, we had a couple of shots fired up in 60 Bayswater Street. It happened 3:45 a.m. There was a couple of witnesses there, and 6 shells recovered. The detectives are working on that, and they have a couple of leads, but looks like it was not gang affiliated. But hopefully they'll make progress in that and make an arrest soon. Also, in the last couple of days, they've had a couple of car breaks. One at 141 Addison Street, another one at 944 Saratoga. Both times the windows were broken and bags were left in the car and they were stolen. So just goes to show you, do not leave anything in your car. If you have a trunk, put it in your car, out of sight, out of mind. The accidents on Bennington Street, Upper Bennington Street and McCullen Highway, they seem also to be a problem, but we've got traffic enforcement up there. We've towed about 3 or 4 cars after motor vehicle stops for, unregistered or the drivers not having proper licenses. One good thing from District 7, in the last couple of weeks, we've received 15 new officers. We were really down. Our numbers were down, but we got, I believe, 11 or 12 fresh out of the academy and 3 from the other districts. And that's huge for a small station like this. We haven't had that many officers come in, I think, in the last 10 years. So it's going to help things out. And let's see, the snowstorms. We've been lucky so far. There haven't been any major snowstorms. And just keep in mind that the space savers, they're not allowed. They're only allowed, I believe, during a snow emergency. And once the final snowflake falls, 48 hours after that, the space savers have to be pulled off the street. Just be careful with the double parking, the hydrants, and parking on crosswalks. It won't be tolerated. And during snowstorms, we do have extra patrols out there towing vehicles, so be careful. One last thing I want to mention. If anybody out there has elderly family members, parents, aunts, uncles, or just friends, do them a favor. Every once in a while, just check on their finances and make sure that nobody's scamming them out of their money. People out there just make a living out of doing that, just going after the elderly, taking their money in one way or another. So just be careful with them. And that's all I have to say. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Let me know.
Okay, thank you. I don't see any questions in here. And okay, so the next up on the agenda is the trustees are going to share information on the Pierce Park 3 Community Design Review Initiative. Is there someone here? Friend?
That's me.
Oh, hi.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I hope everyone's doing okay. My name is Gabriela Ramirez. I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Trustees Boston Waterfront Initiative. The Trustees is currently developing Pierce Park 3. And we actually have a new community design review meeting happening next month on February 16th. And so we'll be sharing a new Pierce Park 3 design draft, which has community feedback that we gathered throughout 2021. We hope that everyone can join this virtual public meeting to weigh in on the updated design and continue sharing your ideas and needs for the future East Boston Waterfront Park. Once again, the meeting will start at 5:30. I will put in the chat the registration link, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and hopefully some of you can attend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Gail Miller also thanks you for serving our neighborhood. The next thing on my agenda was Cargo Ventures. Unfortunately, he is unable to attend. So we're just going to jump into the next thing, which is the Design Review Committee meeting recaps. So the 2 Shawshene and 95 Barnes Ave properties were reviewed, and the 95 Barnes Ave property is the one we'll be voting on this evening. And an update for the 1141 Bennington Street, it's still waiting on scoping determination from the BPDA. Then that they were expecting at the end of 2021, and they still don't have it. So they estimate they will be able to respond to the scoping determination with a report around late February, early March. And at that point, they will return. Then the 2 Shawshene Road, they modified their original proposal. You can go to the meeting recording and the meeting recap here in the meeting agenda, which was sent in the email. You'll also have links to it in the meeting minutes, which will be sent out. And of course, these are also on Facebook, so you can review that information. So let's get into the fun part. So this is the presentation for 95 Barnes Ave. I believe we saw it last week, but for those of us who weren't here, well, I was here, but for anyone who wasn't here, it would be nice if everyone could see it. Is who was
Hi,
presenting that?
it's
Oh,
Laureen
hi.
Scatino's covering for Richard Lynch tonight.
Okay. Good.
Is it okay if I go ahead and share my screen?
Yes, please do.
Okay, you cannot share your screen while the other participant is sharing.
I stopped.
Okay. Let me share screen. Can you see that?
Not yet.
All right, let me try this one more time. Share screen. How about now?
Yep.
All right, let me just go into full screen. So my name is Attorney Laureen Scatino. I'm covering tonight for Richard Linz. With me also today is the owner of the property, Derek Dolan. This is an owner occupied property. The proposal is to renovate and expand the attic space, which would stay as part of Unit 2. And they would expand the living space into the finished attic by adding dormers and a roof deck. Derek wanted to just quickly introduce himself and explain a little bit as to why he wanted to do this, and then we can go over everything we were going to do.
Yeah, thank you, Lorraine, and hi, everybody. And thanks again for hearing and voting on our proposal tonight. I'll just make a couple quick comments for those who haven't been in the past meetings. Just as a refresher, my wife and I are trying to do a renovation of the 3rd floor of our building. And, you know, what we're trying to do there, we basically just want to expand our living space for our growing family. As some of you know, Chelsea and I are expecting our first child in June. And currently we only have one small bathroom. So one of our goals of this project is to add an additional bathroom upstairs, and also the laundry is currently in our basement. So wanted to add a laundry room on the 3rd floor as well with an additional bedroom. And to give you an idea of the 3rd floor, currently we're actually paying some taxes and some of the square footage up there is recognized, but the problem with it is it's really, the ceiling heights are unlivable. They're all below 7 feet and they go down to like 2 feet on the sides with the pitched roof. So the dormer is to really make the ceiling height more livable and the standard ceiling height for an area. And then for the roof deck, we're just trying to find, you know, we'd like to just have a private space for my family to enjoy. It's not going to be utilized by anybody else throughout the building. So we just thought it'd be nice to have with the dormers, we were able to do it. So, but thanks again for everyone's feedback over the past 2 meetings. And thanks again for hearing our proposal tonight.
So just to quickly, I'll just go quickly through this. This is just to give you some location aspects. This right here would be 95 Barnes Avenue. As you could see, it's the house right here on the corner. just different perspectives. This is just the BPDA abstract showing that it is in a 2-family neighborhood. Again, this is remaining a 2-family neighborhood. It's a
sorry.
family.
Sorry to
Oh.
interrupt, but your screen's not changing. I'm still seeing the title page.
It's not. Huh.
I was imagining though.
Is it now?
No, it's,
Hold on, let me try that again. I'm gonna reshare and see what happens. Are
Ah.
we,
yes, I
Okay.
see the map layout thing.
okay. Let me go back into full screen. Can you still see that?
Yeah,
Okay. So again, we're in a 2-family residential neighborhood. This is remaining a 2-family, as Derek said, and it would remain on owner occupied. So just a quick view. Before I keep going, did that change screens?
no,
No.
It's the full screen thing.
it's the full
Maybe-
screen thing, maybe, not full screen it?
All right. How about now?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna have to keep it out of full screen. I don't know why it's not changing with the full screen. I'll expand it though this way. So again, this is just a street view of the property and just a view going down Barnes and up Barnes. And just a different view. And this is the view that the renderer has come up with for adding the dormers and the roof deck. Through some discussions at the subcommittee, they've chosen to try to keep with the siding as best as they can to keep it in line with the current building, as well as the roof deck by keeping some see-through materials up at the top. This is the view from the other way, and then what the dormer would look like on the other side. And again, as Derek explained, it would just be to add some living space for that second unit for Derek, his wife, and the new baby. Just a quick look at the site plan. And this is the existing second floor and attic space, showing that it is somewhat finished, but not completely. And then the proposed showing how they would add a master bedroom with a bigger size closet, a bathroom, and a laundry room. And this would be the proposed roof deck. So just some quick elevations. These are the existing elevations of the building, and these would be the proposed once adding the dormers. So what we would anticipate for zoning relief, we're likely going to need relief for height because this will now be an occupied story. In 2.5 stories is what is allowed in that area. This would be considered a 3-story, but still below the height limit at 32 feet. So we would require a variance for the story only. We would need a conditional use permit for the roof deck and an iPod permit based on changing the roof line. Everything else would remain the same, and it doesn't require a variance. So where we are in the process, we've had 2 meetings with the Orion Heights Neighborhood Design Committee, and we're hoping to have an abutters meeting sometime within the next month. We're here tonight at the Orion Heights voting meeting and the Zoning Board of Appeals hearing. We would think sometime in the winter or spring. Tentative, we say, because that is not up to us, that is up to the Board of Appeal. This would be also subject to BPDA design review. Anything that receives a variance from the Board of Appeal, it's typically is involved in the BPDA design review. We would think that the permit would issue sometime in the spring, summer of 2022, with construction beginning as soon as that permit issues and being relatively quickly of just about 4 months. So with that, I can take questions.
I don't see any questions specifically about 95 Barnes Ave. There's a question about how do the owners of 95 Barnes Ave feel about the 2 Shawshane development?
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't think this
Sorry.
is the time to discuss that. If they want to discuss that offline, I think they'd be more than happy to talk about that.
Yeah, so Derek, if you would like, you could attend the DRC meetings, you know, if you have time, because you're having a new baby. So,
I've been at the past two
Oh,
meetings,
good.
and I've been to the ones where Shawshine's been spoken about, and I think maybe Donna
yeah, Donna.
wrote me, so maybe I'll just message her. I don't know, another time, or I don't know what you think is
Yeah.
most appropriate. I don't want to take up talking about other developments if
Right,
I'm
so
not supposed to be.
good idea. Let's bring it up at the DRC. So Donna, Derek has been going, so you guys can talk there at that meeting. All right, so that is it for this presentation. So I don't need to share anymore. And I posted the voting link into the chat. So you're welcome to go and vote while we continue with the meeting. People. Let me know if you don't see the chat. Oh, Gail is asking if the butters are comfortable with this project.
So all of the abutters were flyered as typically with this process within 300 feet. So that would, I would think the indication is we don't really see any on here. And I know Derek is pretty involved in the neighborhood, and he's out and about, and people can discuss with him personally as well.
Yeah, and I just another point on that. I can't speak to all our neighbors, but I know my neighbor Billy was on the last meeting, and he seemed to be in support of it, and came on to just specifically support us in the project. So I think at least he was on board.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think there are any other questions about the property. So I'm going to share my screen again. Screen 2. Sure. Okay, so that's really all we had for the meeting today. So now we have some other things that there is a question in here about, does anyone know who our new mayor's liaison is? I don't think we know that yet.
Yes, we do.
We do? Who is it?
We met her at the Harbor View meeting last week.
Oh. Okay. I will reach out to the Harbor View people and figure out who that person is. The new liaison.
I wrote it down. Now I have to find out where I wrote it down.
All right. While he goes and looks for that, let's see if I have another message in here. Right. So Heather, because we're in like old business, new business. Heather are you from Eastie Farm? Would like to make an announcement, if that's okay.
I
with you.
am. Just
Yeah.
very quickly, I'll have live links and things at the February meeting. But Eastie Farm is doing a CSA program. And I don't know if anybody's familiar or if you already get a CSA subscription, but CSA is community sourced agriculture. And what we do is we have locally grown Massachusetts produce that we make available to people in East Boston. And what a lot of people do is subscribe by the month, and every week they pick up a box of produce. There are some people that get deliveries, and we deliver 200 boxes to people who are elderly who live in Boston Housing Authority buildings. But what we wanted to do is to make one that was super accessible in our neighborhood. And we're going to be doing one this spring that will have different ways that people can pay. So people can use SNAP benefits to pay, or if they have farmers market coupons and things like that, it'll be sliding scale fee. So I'm hoping to have that stuff ready and be able to take questions at the next meeting. But I wanted to put it out there that it's a project that Eastie Farm is working on that I hope a lot of people will take advantage of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll let Tony know to add you to the February meeting. I
Awesome.
posted I also sent you the vote link privately by accident. So
Oh, yeah.
sorry about that.
That's
But
okay.
I posted it for everyone else, the vote link for 95 Barnes Ave. Then it looks like there's an update here about the in-person hybrid meetings. So we never received a response from Lazarus Church or the Orient Heights Yacht Club. And we have not reached out yet to the Salesians Boys and Girls Club yet, as we'd like to have a location more centrally located to Orient Heights. So, oh, Larry's back. Hey,
I'm back.
did you find
So-
out who it is?
Sarah, what I have from last week is Kim Cruccioli.
Okay,
She
Thank
is
you.
with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. And she used to be the liaison for the South End and Bay Village. But I believe that's only acting.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually have that on a piece of paper.
We have
Oh.
it on the abutters meeting.
Oh, that's very handy. Yeah, was there a contact number for her on that piece of paper?
Sure, 617-635-4517. And it's Kimberly Cruccioli at boston.gov.
Thank you. Right, Lena is no longer a representative. I can't remember why. So we have a new one
Good.
acting, acting one. Thank you. All right, so the next, I see a question from Frank. Does anyone know who and what their plans are for 305, 365 McClellan Highway and 200 McClellan Highway? Whoever they are, they spent over $32 million on those properties. Wow. I don't know anything. Does anyone else know anything? I hope we hear something soon. No. How do you know they spent $32 million? Was there like an announcement or something?
It was posted in Sunday's paper,
Oh,
and it only listed LLC as purchasing them.
oh,
Well, people may think that their contractor has to be severe.
well, hopefully we'll hear something soon about that. Sounds like it was just LLC.
No, there was a name, but
Oh,
I have it. Oh, I can tell you. Give me a second, I'll find it.
This isn't my first rodeo. I wouldn't be here if I thought reverse mortgages took advantage of any.
all right, well, Frank looks up that. Does anyone need me to post the link to the vote again? I don't think I need to do that. But the next Orient Heights meeting will be on Tuesday, February 22nd. Oh, is it a holiday again? I guess so. And, oh, yeah, I guess it's a holiday. So that means it's February 22nd instead of the Monday for the next meeting. And then the next design review committee meeting will be held on Thursday, February 3rd. Great.
The The LLC for 305-365 is just 305-365 McCullen Highway LLC. And on the 200 McCullen Highway, it appears that auto body shop, the person who's running it now purchased it from them, from the owner.
Oh,
Well, that investment can give you.
well, I'm excited to see what happens with those properties. So hopefully we'll hear from them soon. Who- Do I have anyone signed up for DRC? Oh, okay, hold on. To present, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if we do or not. It's in a couple weeks, so hopefully there is. Probably not the 305 McClellan Highway one, though. Probably not that yet. If there's nothing else, Larry says Pierce Park 3 will be at the next DRC. Larry Monato said that. Here's the voting form again. If there's nothing else, then we can adjourn the meeting. I will wait for 5 minutes so that people can click the vote link. Yes, for design review. Dale from Larry. So thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. Yes. So Tony usually sends out an email, I think. I don't have access to that, and she has a personal matter. So she will send it out. We can probably extend the voting time though. So if you need more time to review, there will be an email with the voting link in it. And I think she also posted on Facebook. So if you need more time to review, you will have access to the link. Of course, you have to fill out the attendance sheet. So make sure you do that. I can post that link again. I'm really pushing my links today. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, Tara.
Thank you.
Yes. Who's?
Hi, this is Gabriella Coletta. I would love
Yeah.
to come to the next meeting. I'm a candidate for Boston City Councilor. I'd love to present at the next meeting. I'm just wondering what the best email would be.
Yeah, it is the orientheightsnc@gmail.com email.
At gmail.com.
And Heather, you can also email that, and that's how you can get on the agenda if you're still there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.